Because I have to lay the foundation. I can't be brief. I have to lay the Rent Act is a very important one. And all that I want to say is that some efforts have been made to legislate, to revise the Rent Act. And I just wanted to know from the nominee if he's been briefed and what he can do to fast track it. It's a very simple question, but it's important that I lay the foundation. The question was not going to be a hard one.
Honorable nominee, have you been briefed?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was briefed that the bill was sent to Parliament, but wasn't finalized. If given the nod, I'll review it and then we'll send it back to Parliament. Thank you.
Your further question, please.
Honorable Chair, the question was not, even though it was important that we lay the foundation. The next question, Mr. Honorable Chair, has to do with the big elephant in the room, which is the rent issue. In Ghana today, if you want to rent a place, the law says that you can't charge more than 6 months. But we all know that that is not the case in practice. Landlords charge 2 years advance and all that. And if you are just graduated from school, you cannot have the money to pay 2 years rent advance. Under my leadership as housing minister, we introduced what we call National Rental Assistance Scheme. Today, that scheme has helped pay rent advance for 2,600 beneficiaries. And the default rate is 0, means that the program is going on very well. What it means is that government will need more money to support the program so that a lot more people can benefit. But in the era where we are talking about budget cut, expenditure cut, I just want to find out from Honorable Ken how he's going to help improve upon this program and also get more resources to fund the program so that more beneficiaries can get the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before you answer the question, I thought today we have big elephant. You say big elephant. Today we have big umbrella, not big elephant.
No matter how big the umbrella is, it can never be bigger than the elephant. Yeah.
We can have umbrella bigger than elephant.
Self-dementia.
Honorable nominee, answer the question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm aware of the low-interest rent advance scheme that our party, the NDC, is also coming up with. And I'm aware of that of the National Rental Assistance Scheme that the NPP brought. Mr. Chairman, I've been briefed that the National Rental Assistance Scheme has been piloted in 6 regions so far. If I get a nod and I get to office, I will review it and then merge the two. Thank you.
Do you have a further question?
No, Honorable Chair, except to wish Honorable Ken AJ all the best. And I know that he's going to go through this nomination and deliver and provide results for the benefit of the good people of the country. Thank you.
Yes, but take note that these days is a big umbrella, not elephant. I'll give the floor to Honorable Haji Aladi.
Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity. Mr. Ken, let me congratulate you on your nomination by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I have no question. I have known you since. I know you might have, the face might be looking something, but it's the same Haji Aladi. I know how hard you work, and I know how good you have worked as a deputy minister. From your response, you have made it clear that it's transfer of learning. What you have learned, what you have practiced, what you know is what you are going to bring on board. And I know you will do well. I wish you all the best. All I will say is that don't forget about the rural areas. Don't forget about the women. Try as much as you can where women are mostly and accommodation is needed. Try and support, notwithstanding which party or which color, so that at least the women will have a space to be able to work. Their children will have a space. You know how we women are. So I would just say congratulations. I wish you the best, and may the Almighty Allah protect you in your designation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Well, I'll proceed to recognize Ritana Odolesowa.
Thank you, Chairman. I wish to congratulate Honorable Kennedy on his nomination by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana. I know you will deliver, but as you go into office, I wish to request that when we are putting up facilities, we should not forget the persons with disability, so that we make our facilities disability friendly. May God guide you and lead you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Very well noted. Thank you.
Thank you. I recognize Obri Eboa, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Congrats, Honorable nominee. I've known you for about 25 years now, and I know you are very competent, and you will definitely excel. I, however, have some few difficult questions for you to answer. Honorable nominee, some contractors have raised concern about their unpaid certificate for works executed for Western housing. As a sector minister, what mechanism will you put in place to ensure that these issues do not keep coming up? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Government will ensure that we satisfy them. Thank you.
Any further question?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Please go ahead.
Honorable nominee, successive government, in an effort to provide suitable accommodation for public servants' own resources, given the state's limited financial resources. In return, government engrosses leases on some lands, known as demise lands. As a sector minister, are you committed to advancing and sustaining these laudable initiatives?
Mr. Chairman, can you kindly come up with a question again?
What I mean is that, by virtue of the fact that government always have limited resources, they enter into a joint venture with private developers. These private developers will use their own resources, and in return, government gave them land to compensate whatever cost that they have incurred. I personally think that this is a laudable initiative by your ministry. Are you going to continue on?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That, I think that's the redevelopment scheme is what you are talking about. The redevelopment scheme is a good scheme. That is, if only we go by the brain behind redevelopment. because the brain behind it is that you see old housing, maybe a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and we need more houses for people. So if the houses are taken, if the lands are taken, and they use it to build more houses on that land for more people to have use of it, then I think it's a...
Chairman, I'm entitled to 10 questions, you said. Plus.
By now, you should have asked 2 questions. So.
Chairman, this is a very important portfolio, Chairman. A very, very important portfolio. We are not tired. We are not. Vetting, we'll close at 10. Honorable AJ, congratulations, Ken. I'm sure the OAS boys are happy, but it's not a good school, but I will take it like that. I'm sure the Premper boys are itching to hear your response to some of the questions. Anyway, I'm sure you are aware of some $200 million facility that the MPP administration secured for the Odo project, and an additional 150 million. A lot hasn't been achieved, especially with the usage of these funds. Have you been briefed on this, and what do you intend to do to ensure its execution? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I got an initial briefing on the money is there, so we need to push for it to be done so that it will benefit Ghanaians. Thank you.
Thank you. There are a lot of files to be called, Honorable. I'm going to run you through some list of water projects that the previous administration also secured funding for, and also ask you what the interventions you are going to make because of the debt exchange program. The list of the projects, those lists of projects have stalled. Wenchi, Techiman, Sunyane, Tamale, Damango, Yendi, they've all stalled because of the debt exchange program. I'm sure the people in those areas shouldn't wait for the resolution of the debt exchange program, and they want to hear from you that some of your immediate interventions to ensure that they have access to potable, clean water in those communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will look for other sources of raising funds, and I'll have...
We'll send a release through Ofosukwache that it's been terminated, or the new terminology now is revoked.
Please, for the record, you may please announce yourself.
Mr. Chasa Siedu, Dr. Jamal Tongzua, Kojo Bosom Pra Mensa, Selican Donko, for the witness.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The purpose of inviting the witness has already been stated. and you listened to it very clearly. We are in the process of giving him the said posts for him to identify first and tell the committee whether they are emanating from him.
Mr. Speaker, Chairman, Chulazi leading, were instructed rather late in the day yesterday, because apparently this document itself, or the process was served on the 28th, that's yesterday. That wanted to state our case in writing for the records, but it looks like the agency of the matter requires that we make some response immediately. Social media. Two of them, the first one is found in the first paragraph of the invitation letter. The second is in the second paragraph of the invitation letter. As I said, we would have loved to have responded formally for the records. But owing to the fact that this is a very busy committee, would make some remarks and hope brings this matter to a close, depending upon the decision of this honorable committee. But we want to draw our attention to the fact that at the bar here, next to me is Mr. Vormawor, an organizer of Democracy Hub and a strong supporter of the democratic process.
I'm actually reading it. We'll be constructing new housing units and refurbishing dilapidated and abandoned security houses, homes for our people in the security services, i.e. the Ghana Armed Forces, the police, immigration, and the prison officers. So it's something that we will definitely take it up. We will look for funding and ensure that we do it and get good accommodation for our men and women in uniform. Thank you.
Chairman, since I was asked to deputize for the ranking member, I believe, I don't know if your vice chair has questions.
How many more questions do you have?
I'm done.
Okay.
But I was asked to deputize for the ranking member.
Yes.
And if the ranking member speaks, there's a vice chair who comes in, then you come in with your introduction. Chairman, do you agree with that?
Let me ask the question.
But Jerry wants to ask one question. I've given him, yeah.
Thus, you are permitted by the available ranking member to ask one question.
Mr. Chairman, congratulations, sir. So in Wejagbawe, we have the Weja Dam, but we have had issues with water flow for close to about 4 or 5 months now. And the people who are also just closer to the dam are also threatened by a court matter. Honorable Patrick Yabuama knows about this. I had to call him one of the days to intervene. What assurances are you giving us with water supply and then to continuously live in our homes? This one, if you don't help me, the Wejabawe people, they will come after you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll get the details, and then we'll see how we resolve it when I get to office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The deputy ranking and deputy minority leader is here. She wants to make a comment, so I'll give her the floor.
Right, thank you very much. Maybe I should also disclose here that he's my son. I've known him for much longer time than I could imagine. And I've always known him to be very calm, very highly respected. He's a very selfless person. And I know that most people know that he is somebody who can really perform. Somebody who is a good listener is always someone we should always target to serve the needs of the people. So I'd like to congratulate you and urge you on that the good qualities that you've exhibited out there, let it be your hallmark, and then pursue this ministerial appointment with a lot of success. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I have usual questions that I've decided to ask all nominees that appear before us. So, proud to your coming to be vetted before or after your nomination. Did you have a direct contact with me or indirect contact with me?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Did I ever demanded money either directly or by phone as a condition for you being vetted and approved?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. And I must commend you that I have received an external report. And this is the way you are described. You are selfless, dedicated, committed, hardworking, obedient, calm, respectful, and not quick-tempered. Please, keep it up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I proceed to recognize the presence of Mrs. Portia Edna Ajay, spouse of the nominee, Andrews Nana Kwesi, Ashanti Regional Chairman, Nana Ajakoma Difie II, Queen Mother, Asante Mampong, Honorable Mutawakilo Adams, Nana Nubin Sra III, Tredahini, Bafo Ajay Fosu II, Otumfo Anantahini, Kofi Atamils, son of former President J.E. Mills, Suleimana Kasim Imam Ekwima Fowasi, Lawyer Samudin Mohammed Kamil, and all parliamentary aspirants from Ashanti region. You are welcome. Honorable nominee, you hear from the committee and you are accordingly discharged.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, will summon the acting Chief Executive Officer of the Petroleum Commission, Emefa Hardcastle, on January 30, 2025. Now, this follows a petition by the Minority Chief Whip, Frank Anodompre, regarding a confrontation between the two at the Appointments Committee sitting on Tuesday. Channel 1 News' Ni Aikwed Okain has more in the following report.
Why don't bring us up? What do you mean you are taking me on? What does that phrase mean? Why you are micro minority? Doesn't Afenyo himself use that phrase? What bring us up? I don't have time for that. You think you can bully me here? Hey, what this silly can come and bully me?
You heard the word excuse. What called me silly? She called me silly.
Are you a silly child?
No. We will deal with this matter. You called me.
I don't have time for you.
Good enough.
Did I mention your name? Why are you taking a hat on yours? Did I mention your name? You that you were fighting on TV about this your seat, you are coming to select your market. Did I mention your name?
You cannot call me.
Did I mention your name? Did I mention your name? You can carry a cross you want to carry. I'm going. If you
This was an altercation that ensued between the Minority Chief Whip Frank Anodompre and the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Petroleum Commission, Emefa Hardcastle, at the scheduled vetting of the Minister-designate for Defense, Dr. Edward Omane Boama, on Tuesday.
That the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay money to the appointment committee. This is an emphatic statement.
Yes.
So let's deal with this. Then we can come to the statement that he's denying not being the author. We really want to get to the root of the matter.
Yes. Mr. Chairman.
Because this is being cyclical. Every vetting cycle, allegations are made against members of the appointment committee. And they make these wild allegations and get away with it. Learned Council, we may not always be members of this particular committee, because those who were members of the committee in the previous parliament, some are not members here. But what is it? That every appointment committee is being tagged with bribery and corruption. We need to get to the root of the matter. I am reliably informed that the author of the statement is a lawyer. And the hallmark of lawyers, we don't make sweeping statements. We normally talk based on the facts. That is why we have invited him before the committee to just discharge the honorable responsibility of producing the evidence to substantiate the allegation. Learned Council, if he's here with an apology, then all the statements that you have given, for me, is not a sign of remorse, as you are saying.
Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, it's unfortunate my intervention would appear to be undermining the honorable, thoughts for which we appear here today. Mr. Vormawor, as I've indicated, said he made he did that post essentially for a purpose. That purpose, as I indicate, would appear to be read in another view. It is in this that he openly apologizes for that statement, but it is to put it in context, Mr. Chairman. That is why I explained how the background, that basically he says that it's unfortunate that that interpretation is that which has preceded him, and it is for this that he wants to pray that he be given opportunity to withdraw and to apologize profusely for the statement that is being reproduced here. That's what it is.
Well, I may want to take few remarks from the committee members, and then we'll decide on the way forward, starting from the minority chief whip. Honorable Anwadombre.
Okay, Chairman, thank you for recognizing me, and welcome our suspect and all the council and a senior council who I know quite well. I know I'll have my turn to ask a few questions, but this is just a clarification, specifically based on the presentation, council, you made. Let me first of all say that the Post has put this house and this institution we've gone through a lot of pain. Would you mind to clarify on record? You had previously said that you associate yourself and you are proud of the first post. The second post is not coming from your client. Is that what you said? This is just the first question I want to ask. You also said that you sought out to expose certain happenings. These are my initial observations. As a very respected counsel, and I know you, a very respected counsel, and you had earlier prefixed your statement saying that it was to expose certain happenings. Yes. With the benefit of hindsight, and the flurry of complaints coming from civil society, media, and all that, would you say that what your client did is something you are proud of?
Well, yes. Well, for me, with all due respect, Mr. Chairman, Parliament is all that we have in this country, and we must all protect and do everything to protect the image and standing of Parliament. I have personally participated in various acts to, show up, to create and show up Parliament. So I'm grateful for your comments, but I just want to indicate that. But as counsel, I'm here as counsel. I counsel you for my client, but definitely I think that I would have erred on the side of caution, not to make public posts like that. As a general rule, I don't know much of the difference between Facebook and Twitter and other things, because it can be easily distorted. Yes, my client says that he did not author the second post. In absolute terms, that's what he says. These are my instructions. And we have the text, it can be produced to see where it appeared from. Absolutely. It would appear as though the second text is the way it is couched, is that has fueled the anger, if you may permit me, the anger and the irritation of not only this honorable committee, but also the general public. Because that second post is tasteless. It's not right. So this is what I would say. Yes, I wouldn't. But this is his position. Right? It's absolutely not his doing. It's not his act.